Hello, bros, and welcome to Pacific Zero Pro for production. And next part, Sakura Forest Girls. So let's just jump into where we left off last time. So, well, she did a hug attack from behind. Eek! I squeaked, my eyes widening in shock as something pressed against my back. Fortunately, the foreign object pushes against me isn't sharp. It's soft instead, like a cushion, and it feels warm. I don't think it's lethal, but it's bore upon me, so suddenly I feel a bit shaken. What's going on? Am I being ambushed? Goodness me, you sound cute when you squeeze like that. It has been such a long time since I last heard your sonorous tune. I was becoming quite despondent. You never fail to cheer me up, Jaja. Okay, I think I recognize that voice. It can only belong to one person. Maia? I glanced at the hitherto unseen intruder from over my shoulder. Yes, indeed, it's me. Maia beams at me expectant. It looks very pleasant with herself, like a proud cat that caught a mouse. I guess I've been the mouse in the simile because my arms are wound tightly about me and mine, her cheeks pressed flush against my back. Her chest, meanwhile, is pushed against the curve of my spine. That will go a long way to explain the soft sensation that assailing me. It should have taken me so long to put two and two together. Maia's incredible shameless, and she's been making advances on me since day one. I sigh. What are you doing here, Maia? I'm supposed to be keeping watch over the village. I can't do that if you're bothering me. Oh? Maia draws back, pouting. Am I bothering you, Yada? Would you prefer it if I left? Not really, I guess. I set my spear down, then frowned. But maybe you're a bit too cheerful. Did you have to creep up on me like that? I thought it would make a nice surprise. It's been such a long while since we saw one another after all. I wanted to give you something to celebrate. You almost made me jump out of my skin. Were you trying to make a fool out of me? I hardly think I need to try to do that, my dear Jaja. You do that often enough as it is, purely of your own accord. Well, pass her head while I pout. Knock it out. Knock it off. I got a job to do. Yes, I can see that. Heard it too. Your declaration back when I was remarkably bold. I fear you have given yourself a lot to live up to. What was it you said? My lips curls. I believe you said that you would not lose to anybody. Ah, jeez. As I knew Maia was going to give me a grief about this. Next time I should keep my rambling to myself. Perhaps so. Talking to oneself is not a healthy habit. It is a sign of insanity, or so they say. If I'm insane, it's cause I have to put up with you all the time. Goodness me, are you trying to say that I drive you crazy with passion? No, just crazy. You're hard to deal with. But of course I am. Do not forget that I am a witch. It is our nature to be difficult. It would not be proper witch otherwise, if I could not torment you so. I reaches out and tugs the end of my ponytail. Why were you talking to yourself there, Jaja? Were you lonely without my company? I must admit, being on solo guard duty is a bit lonely. But I don't want to concede to Maia. She looks smug enough as it is. Scowling, I brush my fingers away and murmur. I was just trying to psych myself up is all. Talking out loud is a good way to boost morale. I'm not lonely and definitely not crazy. As sometimes I wish you'd take me more seriously. I am a hunter, you know, and a warrior too. It'd be nice if you could tell me about doing a good job for once. Do you wish to be praised? Is that why you are sulking? I'm not sulking. You could have fooled me. Maia tilts then shifts closer to me. She doesn't try to pat my head again or embrace me, but she does offer me a smile. She looks like more sincere than her usual wicked grins, and it puts me at my ease. I do apologize if I upset you. That's not my intent, truly. I came to see you because I missed you. It was a while since we were last able to have a private word, just you and I. Yes, it has, yeah. I've not seen much of Maia since we arrived at this village. We were all given our own tasks, which kept me apart during the day. I spent mostly of my nights with Ari. There's something kind of reassuring about Maia's presence, sudden though it is. Even if she infuriates me. I know Maia has a good heart beneath her coy grin. It must be why I'm able to put up with her antics without losing my temper. Too much. How have you been, Maia? Busy. My parts. I've been too busy, in fact. Haven't had a chance to relax. Being apart from you and I stings all the more. I don't know how you feel, but I have missed you, Jada. I missed you an awful lot. You have? A blush captures my cheeks. Maya has not said or done anything too shocking, but my heart thumps regardless. She is sitting so close to me I can smell the perfume which rolls off her. It's a pleasant scent, but it's making me feel lightheaded. Ah, jeez, this is no good. I'm getting distracted. Never be able to guard the village like this. Yes, indeed. My inches over closer to me, and her amber eyes bright hit and bright and mysterious in the moonlight. You may have problems admitting to yourself, my dear Jada, but I have no such issues. I'm not all embarrassed to admit that I care for you. You are very important to me, as is Ayana. We have not known one another all that long, but you are both my darling companions. Without you, I've been feeling quite at a loss. I miss resting my head upon Ayana's lap. My smile takes on a cat-like bent. And I particularly miss using you as a chair. If I had you around to rest my weary behind upon, I would not feel half so exhausted as I currently do. I get my teeth together, then shoves away from Maia. It was silly of me to think Maia and I could ever have a serious conversation. All her "I miss you" crap was nothing but yet another attempt to tease me. Oh, it's getting tiresome. If that's all you wanted to say, he could have waited until tomorrow, like I said. I'm busy. Why don't you go back to your tent? You could probably use some sleep. In a minute. There's something I wish to discuss first, which I would rather do alone. Like what? I puff my cheeks in dungeon. I bet it's going to be something stupid. Are you going to ask to use me as a chair again, or will you demand that I strip naked and cover myself in mud for your amusement? Such thoughts did not cross my mind, but thank you for raising them. It would not mind covering you in mud or maybe melted chocolate. I could lick it off you until you are nice and squeaky clean. I certain after all, relationship would become even closer. As if I let you do that. I try to sound unconcerned, but I can hear the waver in my voice. My cheeks are pinker than they have any right to be, and my heart's starting to hammer. I don't know why, but strange things seem to happen to my body when I'm with Maia. I'm almost tempted to believe that she cast some kind of spell on me, but I soon dismiss this musing. Maia might be a sneak, but she respects personal boundaries. I don't think she go quite that far. She just wants to watch me squirm. I'd rather not give her the satisfaction, but it's surprisingly hard. Is that really all you want to say? If I only were, I would make me a good deal happier, but alas. My size then fixes me with a serious stare. Her eyes are narrowed, her lips pursed. All her prior mischief has vanished from her face, as though it was never there. It's rare to see Maia without a smile, and it sends a shiver down my spine. It doesn't bode well. Well, what is it? Did something happen? Nothing has happened just yet, to my knowledge, but I fear it may, if we are not careful. I cannot be certain of my hypothesis, but I thought I should let you know about it regardless while I have the opportunity. Maia glances behind her shoulder at the village. It's late at night and there's nobody about. The tents are dark and quiet with sleep. The moon that hangs in the sky above us, meanwhile, watches on eternally. It's a peaceful night, but unease begins to stir within me regardless. What does Maia want? Jaja. Maia looks back to me, her voice dropping to a whimper. I wish to tell you, but no, perhaps that's not quite right. I wish to warn you about Imala. Yeah, I already figured that one out. After all, we all are very aware that my foresights are quite right, and it's always, I think Imala is about to do something, and if I would take a guess from what I guess is that Rary will actually join the party and travel with us. That's just a guess for right now. I have not done any foresight yet. What? I'm being momentarily dumbstruck. What do you mean? She hasn't done anything, has she? Not yet, no. At least I do not think so. It's maybe nothing more than a baseless paranoia, but something about her sits ill with me. She may appear polite and well-mannered, but I fear that it's nothing more than a veneer. If one were to scratch the surface, I posit you would find an entirely different beast. So you are saying she is dangerous? I believe so, yes. A woman possesses immense magical powers, much more than any human rightfully should. Yeah, but magic sometimes actually comes from the demon realm. That's not a good thing to tap into. There are other magical sources to tap into that is much more manageable. I fear she is almost as strong as I, and I have been alive for many, many more years than she. I do not know what she did to acquire such power, but it is suspicious. The mana about her is so dense it rolls off her in waves. Really, I didn't notice. Most normal people would not. But I'm not a normal person. I'm a witch, and I'm highly attuned to mana. I'm sure Ayana too feels something is off about that woman, though I doubt she can sense it as strongly as I. That priestess is not at all normal. She may be acting as our ally, but I would be on guard about her. She do not know what she is planning, or if indeed she is planning anything, but it is best to be careful. I want to avoid fracas, but there may be a time when we have to come to blows. My voice trails off. She looks at the crescent moon, which is half concealed by the clouds, and frowns. Her brow furrows. A few moments pass during which neither of us speak. Maia's eyes remain transfixed upon the stars while I look to my knees. It takes me a few moments and to realize that I'm trembling. I'm not the most perceptive person, but even I had a few doubts about Imala. I feel like there's more to her than her serene smile lets on. She's the one who found me in the clearing this morning after I passed out. She helped me, yes, but it seemed unnervingly amused by my plight. Could she be responsible for my fainting fit? Well, we can cross that bridge when we get to it. Maia declares in that suddenly her voice jaunty once more. Smiling, she slaps hand on my shoulder. I'm sorry if I scared you, Jaja. That was not my intention. Perhaps my fears are nothing but baseless paranoia. They are not. There is a chance nothing will occur. But if it does, I think it would be best if it did not come as a surprise. I'm older than you are, Jan, and you and Ayana, and I am far wiser. As such, I will protect you. Do not worry. You'll both be safe with me, I guarantee it. Right, thanks, I guess. I turned my smile with a smaller one of my own. I was feeling a bit uneasy about Imala myself, if I'm being honest. But you've done a lot to reassure me. Irreverent though she might be, Maya's a powerful ally. I've seen firsthand what her magic capable of. She's no slouch. If anything goes awry, she can handle it. Of that I'm certain. Good. Maya grins. I won't let anybody harm a single hair on your head. You're far too precious, Jaja. I'm the only one allowed to tease you. If anybody else tries, I'll make them pay. Full of face. Okay, maybe I was a little too quick to pile praise upon Maya. She's a good ally, yeah, but she's still a bit of a creep. Oh well, at least she's on my side. I guess there's something to be thankful for. I wake early the following morning and head into the woods to go fishing, this time with Ayana in tow. She needs more water so she can continue to brew potions for Aries' headaches, and the rivers near Aries' village are sadly still dried out. Ayana and I stroll companionably through the forest. It's so nice to spend time alone with her. It feels like it's been a while since we had any time together since arriving at this village. We've both been so busy with our respective tasks we could use a break. I am to myself while we walk. We've gotten far enough away from Aries' village that the signs of the drought have begun to fade. The grass beneath our feet, once brown and crispy, is now green and verdant. The trees which line the path are tall and proud. A warm breeze ripples through the forest, the leaves overhead tremble, while the tall grass stirs. A few birds twitter among the boughs of the trees, and the foliage rustles as small animals scamper about. It's a pleasant day. You sound like you're in a good spirits, Jaja. It's because I am. I shout in a white toothy grin. I always enjoy myself when I'm with you. You're exaggerating. There's nothing special about me. Of course there is. I wouldn't like hanging out with you so much. You're like the most special person I know. I doubt that very much, but thank you. And I said my compliment, effusive though it is, with a smile. You're special to me too. I'm glad to hear it. Silence falls between Ayana and I as we resume our walk. I'm still in a good spirit, but the questions had suddenly surfaced to my mind. Now that we are away from Air's village, perhaps I can pose it to Ayana in secrecy. It would be. I wouldn't want any of the village overhearing this, at least of all Airy. Hey, Ayana. Yes? Ayana glanced at me, blinking. Is something bothering you, Jaja? You could say that, I guess. I was just wondering. Has Maia spoken to you recently? About what? About, well, Not that the best way to phrasing this. I have to choose my words carefully. I don't want to make my best friends panic. I don't mean to worry you, but, well, this is related to Imala. Imala? I know. Maia came to talk to me last night while I was keeping guard over the village. She said there was something fishy about Imala, though what she couldn't quite say. Apparently she is a lot stronger than she appears. She seems pretty loyal to Princess Harry, but if we made an enemy of her, she'd be a formidable foe. Maia warned me to keep her on my toes. She wanted to warn you too, but she didn't get a chance. I thought if I best to do it in her stead to save her the trouble. I see. That is quite worrying. Ayana frowns. I didn't think there was something strange about the matter myself, but I told myself I was overthinking things. I have the tendency to do that. Anna sighs. I worry too much about all my manner of things. I suppose it's nice to know my words were not completely baseless for once. Imala might be powerful, but there's no telling whether she means us any harm. For now, let's just proceed with caution, alright? Oh, you know me. Anna smiles vaguely. I'm always cautious. That should not concern you. That's good. That's a good point. Agreed. Between the two of us, I always been the one to jump head first into adversity. I never think before I act. I probably needed this warning more than you. But it doesn't hurt to pool our information together. Imala might be a threat one day, but now we know that in advance we can work together to take defensive actions. She'll never be able to best all of us. There's 3 of us and only 1 of her. She'll be completely outmatched. I certainly hope so. Anna replies positively, but her expression is unfocused, her brow furrowed. It looks like she is deep in thought. What's she thinking about, however, I can't say. I hope nothing will occur that prove my concerns right, but life isn't all that easy. I wonder what's lying in store for us. If all was clairvoyant like Mala, I might have some idea. But as it is, I feel utterly clueless. Being ordinary human kind of sucks. Ayana says she's ordinary, but I'm even ordinarier. There's nothing commendable about me other than my optimism. But that's precisely why I gotta keep on smiling. Things will work out in the end, no matter how thorny our current situation. I'm sure they will. We just need to stay positive. After some meandering Ayana, I finally arrived by the riverside. This river, unlike the rivers which flow nearby Ares village, is full of clear crystalline water. I can see fish fitting beneath the surface, their scales glinting. The river is fringed with tall grass that sways in the breeze. The grass is studded with the white flowers which looks and smell enchanting. The forest closes in about us, the trees tall and stately. The verdant leaves murmur while the birds perched among the buds chirp among themselves. It's very pretty. But its mere existence instills me all kinds of questions. Harris village has been without rain for months, but the river is positively overflowing with clear, refreshing water. Why is this river so bountiful while the ones near Harris village are barren? Well, I just thought Imala might be the reason why the village is faring so bad with water and the wildlife. But my prediction is usually alright, so that's probably it. It must have rained recently, or the leaves and the grass and the flowers wouldn't be thriving as they are. Why then didn't it rain over Aries village? Is she simply unlucky, or is there something sinister going on? I'm not a great thinker or even average thinker, but something about this isn't adding up. It just doesn't feel right. What could be going on? Jaja? Anna glanced at me curiously. Are you alright? Oh yeah, don't mind me. I'm just thinking things through. Important things? No, not really. What'd you ask? The face is all scrunched up. That always happens when I think about anything too complicated. It's because I'm not very smart. Don't worry about me. Don't you need to collect some water? Oh, yes, you're right. I shall make haste. And I takes the empty bottle in hand and crouches by the riverside and crouch next to her, gripping my spear. You don't mind if I start fishing, do you? No, it's fine. Go ahead. Right, I try to avoid splashing you. I stare at the river, my eyes narrowed. I hope in one my prey my spear poised. I have a lot of experience fishing, especially with my spear. I find it easier to use than a rod. I inhaled and drive the tip of my spear forth. I mean to skewer 2 fish at once, but... Oh, a surprise cry from Aya disturbs me. Ayana? I turned to her, still gripping my spear. I wouldn't want to drop it in the water. Ayana, are you alright? Ayana doesn't respond. She stares into the distance. Her blue eyes wide and unfocused, her body trembles. Then she pitches forward like a flower with a cut stem. Ayana! I haste to catch her before she falls, face first against the ground or worse, the river. Well, that's the next picture. And save there. And so Ali, that was all I have for Sakura Forest Girls 2 this time. Hit like and share. I see you next time. Bye bye.